So today's episode is all about this lady behind me, Maria Manning, who was executed in 1849 alongside her husband for killing her former lover. So Maria Manning was a Swiss domestic servant, and she had married a man called Frederick Manning, who had had a bit of a checkered past as a criminal himself. But the pair of them had invited Maria Manning's former lover, I suppose, who was a money lender and worked down on the docks, a man called Patrick O'Connor, over to their house in Bermondsey for dinner. And they had already clearly hatched this plan. They shot him at close range and then buried his body under the flagstones, with, obviously in an attempt to rob him of his money, because several days after, Maria Manning had gone over to the house to steal some of the money in the house and the belongings. But they didn't do a very good job of burying the body, because it was found very quickly by a police officer who noticed that the paving stones were loose and soft. And of course, they were arrested and sentenced to be hanged together. The first time that a married couple had been executed together since 1700. And this was on the rooftop of Horsemonger Jail in Southwark, which no longer exists. But it must have been quite a sight, seeing a gallows and people hanging on the top of a building, as you can see here from this contemporary sketch at the time. A death mask was actually made of Maria Manning, and it was recently shown at the executions exhibition in London at the Museum of London. So I saw that myself, but I will just put a picture up here so you can see it yourself. There it is behind me, the death mask of Maria Manning. So this case became known as the Bermondsey Horror and became very famous. The execution was actually witnessed by Charles Dickens himself, and he used Maria Manning as the inspiration for one of his characters in Bleak House.